I'm going to shake here to showcase and review Busby's latest release. This is the Easy Fire. Now this blaster is a kind of unique offering, building on, I think, some of the good principles that Busby has had for years. Now what this is a spring-powered, top prime, magazine-fed blaster that features an adjustable stock that is also removable, and we're going to zoom in here and look at that. That is a large, nice, contoured, chunky grip. That's a highlight right here. This is probably the best grip they've ever put on. And I don't know, I would like to think I had some influence, because I don't know if I did, but I kept telling them that Abraham's M16 from the Walking Dead series blaster had the best grip they'd ever put on anything. This is very similar to that, including the fact that it even has a it's a different contrast, but Abraham's M16 had a little insert, but this feels very, very much like that. So high marks already. Oh, and the removable adjustable stock has 5 positions, from fully in to fully out, and then 3 in between. So 5 positions total, which means great ergonomics starting out. And the foregrip is kind of built in, but you can slide back or forward. Real nice, real easy to grab, very solid ergonomically. So easy to give it high marks on that. Plus this features the new, for them at least, the new paddle style magazine release. So check, 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 and check. All good marks so far. Now again, of course, we've got to fire it. And to showcase the priming, you have a top lever action. That is actually really cool for me. I like it. Now the whole point of them doing that was that it gives a really light prime. And I haven't had it apart, but it also has slam fire, so I haven't checked that system yet. But you can pull the trigger and then just slam it. It's pretty smooth, but of course with that lever action going up and over, you'll notice it'll bounce a bit, so that's for close range only, in my opinion at least. But the Easy Fire really does live up to that name. I let other family members use this, and even the youngest user was able to prime it without any problem, which of course is what Busby's catering to, because they are kind of like the family-centered blaster company. You got your big four, you've got Nerf, Busby, Dart Zone, and X-Shot, all have their own thing that they go for. Busby goes for neat, unique, and family kind of catered. And this certainly meets that. Nice color scheme as well. It comes with 2 of these 14-round magazines, and them themselves are a nice, heavy-duty, very solid construction. And it holds 14. Again, you get 2 of them. And I don't have their darts in it because I'm going to focus on them in their own video. They are worthy of it because I'm highly pleased with those. But 14 shots per magazine. And last one there. 14 shots per magazine. They give you 28 of these new darts that they're calling the AccuBlast darts, which for me, they kind of look like angry little things. That waffle tip design, it looks like it's screaming at you, like, ah. As soon as I seen it in the package, that immediately came to mind. It's like they're just angry little darts. But quite pleasantly surprised with these, and I will devote an entire video to them coming up here very soon following this review. Because in my testing, these may be as close to a worthy successor as Busby's came up with to the Precise Pros. And I'll even do a full video comparing these to the Precise Pros to actually see, because I haven't actually done that testing yet. But in testing, I haven't hit the performance figures on this yet. I actually fired 300 rounds through my chronograph, and with a mixture of darts, this averaged out at 77.2 feet per second. However, when only loading Busby's included darts, so they include 28 of them, enough to load both magazines, I actually ended up with a total of 83.3 feet per second. So, much like Precise Pros, boosted the performance of pretty much any Springer That's, spring-powered blaster. Much like Precise Pros used to significantly boost the performance, these seem to as well. Now, the tip may have something to do with it. It is a fairly typical waffle style, or void type tip, as I've seen some companies refer to it as. They have like an air pocket or air void. The foam seems to be part of that, whereas Busby's Precise Pros were made, with a thermal reduction kind of heat applied, caused the foam to contract. These are firm. I don't know if they have the thermal yet. I haven't cut any apart. I don't have enough to do that kind of testing just yet. I only have the 28, so they're gonna get a lot of work done to them. But this so far, they've proved to be far more accurate than my other waffle type darts, and definitely better performance than the AccuStrike style darts, and by far exceeded anything that the long distance darts that Busby was including with their blasters primarily. So all in all, a huge step up, and I would love to see Busby include these with everything, because that's a big step in the right direction. Now, can we get Nerf to do the same? Probably not, but at least Busby took a huge step forward and improved the darts that they're including with their standard blasters. Now, all this praise so far, good performance. So, either way, the 83.3 or the 77.2 feet per second, that's higher than Nerf. So, remember, 83.3 with these darts only, and with a mixture of darts I fired a minimum of 300 shots through my chronograph to get the 77.2 feet per second. So that's better than Nerf, at a retail price of $19.99. Now, the only hiccup, and I will say that, the only hiccup is that this is a Target exclusive. So you only have one retailer you can get it from. Just like I say that about the Dollar General exclusives. I like to see them available everywhere. But hey, this is Busby. Busby is one of the two big players of Adventure Force. Maybe, just maybe, they might be able to work their way into getting Walmart convinced to allow them to put a version of this in the Adventure Force line. And then that would open up huge doors for availability to everybody. But for now, Target's the only way you can get this blaster, which I am going to rank as one of my all-time favorites for Busby. And I know, you're going to think that's just Mongoose Jake being the Busby fan that he is. Maybe so. But I haven't even highlighted a couple of the other things. These are just bonuses. I've already said this is one of the best ones. But Busby did such a good job with this, and I hope this goes forward. This stock's adjustable. This stock's great. I don't see a reason to ever want to replace it. However, if you do, throw that off. We'll take a Nerf. Of course, you recognize this as a Nerf Raider stock. It's compatible with any N-Strike style Nerf or other brand like Worker, aftermarket. Like say, I love a stock from France Foam Works. It'll fit. It'll fit your favorite stock that you already have, if for some reason you don't want to use the one that's included. Oh, and it just keeps going. Great magazine, good capacity at 14. But let's say you're a drum fan. Guess what? It's drum compatible. So, it's Nerf stock compatible, it's drum compatible. Oh, and it's completely 100% ambidextrous. And with that new magazine release, easy as can be. So, we're left with the only thing somebody could say is, I don't like the unique prime. Now, I can't tell you whether you will or not. That's not up for me to decide. It's a smooth, easy prime that I think with the linkage that's in it, I will be, of course, grabbing one or two more of these for mods, and I will do a mod guide on it. But in stock form, it outperforms Nerf equivalent mag-fed spring-powered blasters. And the build quality is some of the best that Busby's put out. And this thing is very solid. The most noise that you hear is now the rattling of the follower spring for the magazine. But all in all, I don't have any real complaints, because after I fired, I mean, I've put this thing now through 500-600 shots, and I got so used to the quick magazine changes, the quick priming, and then the fact that even with my longer arms, I'm not a tall guy, I'm 5'10", but I have longer arms. I can get very comfortable with this blaster. I can feel stretched out and comfortable. Not like overly stretched, but not overly cramped either. It feels just right. And because it has 5 positions, well, guess what? Somebody who does want a smaller reach can get it. So, outside of the unique prime, which I find to be novel, and for me, I immediately found it to be really easy to get used to. But I can't speak for everyone. That's the only thing. Otherwise, this is a home run. Busby has done everything right with this blaster, and I like that because this right here still keeps a bit of that uniqueness that makes Busby Busby. They don't do everything exactly by the book, and it's not cookie cutter, and I like that. I'm personally going to put this as one of their top 10 blasters of all time. This Easy Fire is improving on things that they did well in the past, while also fixing some of the things that they didn't do well. Like, say, the ergonomics. The ergonomics on this are perfect. Big chunky grip that's nicely contoured, fits a number of different hand sizes, an adjustable stock that could suit pretty much everybody. And if somebody just has their favorite personal one, they can pull this off, and it's N-Strike compatible. And then, of course, they include good magazines. We got 2 of these 14 rounders, but then, of course, it's completely cross-compatible with all magazines, including drums. And better build quality than a lot, with a unique but very functional priming method. I like it. I like it a lot. But this is Mongoose Jake saying thanks for watching, and if you stuck to the end, I thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed hanging out with me, checking out this blaster. But I'm going to give it a 100% thumbs up. I highly recommend it. Target is the only place to get it. So check your local Target, or if I can find a link for it, I'll put a link in the description once it's available. If not, just check your local Target and see if it's on the shelves there. But Mongoose Jake saying thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.